I stole that joke from Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Hi, that's Tommy.
Hi, I'm Tommy. That's Philip.
Welcome to RCX Unfiltered. We once again have the lovely Tess on the other side of the table for now, but I'm assuming at some point she'll be everywhere else like she normally is.
Oh yeah.
We have no idea.
I just kind of run around.
I never know what's happening.
Why should we? Why do we need to know what's happening? Tess is supposed to know what's happening.
That's
my job.
She's producing this thing.
Kinda.
We were talking dinosaurs before.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That was. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey, look, it's Rachel.
I talked to Rachel earlier today.
Today?
Yeah, she was like, "Are you alive?" I was like, "Meh,
Maybe
ish."
alive-ish.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Hi, Gregory.
Bye, Felicia.
See you later.
Alligator.
Maybe. Look at Tess breaking out the big tall chair.
She is very tall.
Taller than you.
Who do you think you are, John Byrne?
Don't know who that is. Not gonna lie about it.
Wow, man. We don't even get.
All right.
Wow, that's twice today.
Tess is sassy today.
I
like it.
Tess is tired of our crap. Tess,
Understandable.
it is understandable. When you go to the store and you see your action figures, it's tired of your crap, Tess. Sitting right there on the shelf.
Yep.
I got to remember to go this way because this way.
I
is
know.
off the screen.
It's so confusing.
David.
Dave, what's up, buddy?
Wow.
Bonjour.
I don't know what that means. I don't speak French.
He's saying Bon Jovi, but in French. He's living on a prayer.
Stupid French bands. So tonight pre-show was about who's going to die first, Tommy or I.
It's me.
No, it's not.
It's
not.
me.
It's not you.
It's Tommy.
It's me.
It's not going to be you. I have my doctor's appointment tomorrow. Do you have yours? Exactly.
Who has insurance?
Why? I'm having to go to the Minute Clinic at Kroger on Iron Bridge.
The Minute Clinic.
Not the Minute Clinic.
Yeah. Well, I got to get blood drawn because something's not right. But like you call your own doctor and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can see you like in a week."
Yeah.
Like, and I could be dead in a week. I need my blood drawn now. Like something's not right. like tell me now.
Just get some leeches, man.
This is easy
If
as
they
that.
die, you know there's a problem.
I'm not sure that's how it works. I mean, it could be.
I feel like that's how it works.
It could be. So anyway, I have to be at the Minute Clinic
The Minute Clinic.
at 8:30 on Iron Bridge. Because the one down here doesn't actually do it, but only like Sundays or something.
Interesting.
I just need blood, man. Just take my blood.
Yeah.
I'll find you a nice vampire.
Thank you. If he dies,
Then we'll know.
then we'll know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I saw a meme today about how they did Morbius in the Spider-Man cartoon because they couldn't say blood or vampire, so he had like suckers in his hands, and he's like, "I need your plasma," and it's like, what? Why is that better?
Yeah.
Him having like little mouths in his hands just made it creepier.
Yeah. Well, that's would be kind of creepy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
sorry, but I digress.
Yeah. So we've gotten rid of it, got the morbidity out of the way that, we're all dying.
Mm-hmm.
Tess has dinosaurs on her shirt, so that was a conversation.
But
But
I don't have the correct.
There's no
dinosaurs.
Stegosaurus on her shirt, so it's subpar.
Yep.
Like, it's cool because there's dinosaurs, but
Not the right one.
It's still
Not-
cool. Her
not-
shirt's still cool.
not the good.
Because she has
dinosaur.
matching earrings. We've
I do
already
have
seen
matching
the matching earrings.
I didn't even notice.
See?
Oh,
See?
no, I don't notice anything ever.
It's okay. Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
Yes, there's a
There is a
triceratops.
triceratops.
Yep. There's that.
There is a triceratops.
Triceratops.
So there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
It means three tops.
On top of Sarah.
Yes. I believe, yeah. And oh god, what was the animated movie with the dinosaurs?
Well, there's lots of animated movies with dinosaurs.
But I believe the Triceratops was named Sarah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Land Before Time.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you.
It took me a
Thank
second.
you. Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
Then Rachel comes in.
Thank you, Rachel.
But yeah. So yeah, it took me a second to I know which one you're talking about. You mean the one where they all die? They all die. It's all of them.
Oh, look at the bright side. Oh no.
It's like going to see the Titanic and then surprised when the ship sinks. It's like, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know if you saw today.
I don't know what to tell you.
A guy from Ohio is taking his submersible
No.
down to the Titanic
Nope.
to prove that commercial submarines are perfectly safe. And this is in response to last year when those submersible caved in and everybody died.
Well, we know submersibles are safe because Steven Spielberg's already done it.
But
once again,
I'm like a dude from Ohio.
Yeah.
It's always Ohio.
well, Tommy and I should not be going to Lowe's and building a submersible and then trying to go somewhere.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Or let's be fair, if Tommy and I build a submersible, we're not going in it.
The deepest I would go is the creek out back. That's
No.
we could set it in the creek,
No.
splash around.
Well, if the creek is 6 feet deep and we put it on 6 foot stilts, then sure.
That's way deeper than I was thinking.
Yes.
If the water goes past my shins, I'm out. I'm not doing
Rachel
it.
says folks will do anything to get the hell out of Ohio.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, but come on, that's even drastic, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Apparently,
I have a lot of friends that live in Ohio, so
Gen Alpha
very funny.
slang. I've learned this on TikTok. Gen Alpha slang. Ohio is basically a slur.
what?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Skibbity toilet Ohio.
I'll have to most of my motorcycle
Look that up.
most of my motorcycle gang lives in Ohio and West Virginia, so it's
Yeah.
I have a ton of friends that live. Actually, I have a ton of friends that live in Ohio. So that's pretty.
No, they live in the
Huh.
void.
Wow.
Phoebe's twins call Ohio the void.
Wow.
Wow.
So once again, old.
See?
So is Ohio the new when we were growing up? It was Jersey.
Yeah.
So is that really what Ohio? Have we gone beyond Jersey and now it's Ohio?
Yeah. Ohio is
Wow.
the worst.
I had no idea.
It's the most mid.
Oh my god.
Not even sure what that means, but I'm just going with it, moving on. Tess, what's mid mean?
I have no idea.
Well, there's good and there's bad. And
So
then there's
middle of the
mid.
ground.
Yeah,
Mid is no bueno.
Beige flag.
Mid is not. Yeah, beige flag. Yeah,
Huh.
Mid is not good.
So you're telling me that my entire life has been no good?
Well, you would say that yourself.
I didn't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, but yeah, it's okay when I say it. Geez, like getting called out. Come on, man. Your life really does suck. Whoa, now. let's hang on now. That's not what we were doing here.
Oh my god.
No, I want to die.
Sure. Oh dear.
Oh, jeez. Poor Ohio. Do we get to go watch this submersible? Can we go
I don't know, man.
Oh, man.
I just saw a headline and I was like, that's stupid.
Like if he wants
And
to
then I moved on.
if he wants to prove how much better he is, he should be real time streaming this, so we can
True.
watch it.
It's true.
I mean, not every day you watch something go.
Yeah.
Well, it is these days. It is every day because Cybertrucks exist.
Oh.
I have never enjoyed anything more than watching people attempt to drive their Cybertrucks.
Poor Cybertruck.
They are just the worst. Hilariously so.
speaking of mid, that's going to lead us. We're going to talk comics. That's going to lead us into this one shot called Death
Ratioed
by Mark Russell. So, number one, we already love Mark Russell. And so Mark Russell has decided to put his spin on social media, which, boy, did he put a spin on social media.
Oh, it's so good.
So the premise of this book is basically a guy wakes up after a 22-year coma. So he basically went into a coma in 2024.
Yep.
And then he woke up in 2046 and everything has changed. Everyone is wearing collars.
He missed the social media wars.
You should read this, Tess.
We don't have a government anymore.
Nope.
The entire country is run by social media.
Yeah. So either likes or dislikes.
So if you watched Orville, which is what this reminded me of quite a lot.
There's been a few books like this out over the last couple of years.
There's an episode of the Orville where basically society is Reddit. Like you get upvotes and downvotes.
Well,
and if you get enough downvotes, you're not allowed to do anything.
and
this one is like, if you get enough downvotes, your head explodes. Like,
and for some reason, cranky old men have a hard time in this society.
So crazy.
When you've been in a coma for 22 years or whatever.
The guy's like, oh man, I like honestly, my favorite thing was his. As soon as he woke up, he got a downvote because he was going to propose in an Applebee's, and the person was like, "No, absolutely not. That's terrible."
It is. Yep, 2024 in an Applebee's. Yep.
Anyway,
Right there.
Mark Russell wrote what might be the greatest Flintstones comic in the history of ever. He is he might be our generation's Mark Twain. His his grasp on social commentary and satire is like no one even comes close. So anyway, this is a one shot. It's self-contained. I desperately hope he does more because man, was it fun. And then it got a little dark. Like it does.
Well, yeah.
And then
It's
I was
complicated.
like, yeah, it's like, oh, social media running the world. This is funny. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of dark.
And then next up will be my pick of the week because this may end up being my book of the year.
Yeah, I think
it may end up being that.
It's going to be a lot of people's book of the year.
Avengers Twilight #6. So this is the wrap up to basically Captain America's Dark Knight type story.
Yeah,
is what it is. And now we get where we see what really was happening with the government actually controlling the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was planned by, spoiler, the Red Skull and the government. We're at 6 issues at this point. Like, I can't help you at this point if you haven't.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so now it's basically Cap versus Red Skull and Thor versus the Hulk.
Man. I like for all of the times in history that we've had Thor and Hulk fight, this is hard. Maybe the best one I've ever read.
Yeah, it is. This book has been just phenomenal.
It's everything. Thor desperately not wanting to fight with the Hulk, and the Hulk's just like mindless rampage, and Thor's just like
destroying cities.
God,
but he's controlled by the Red Skull and the government. So
man.
And all like it is all topical. Man, is it topical?
Yeah, it feels a little too topical at times.
But this book has been excellent. Like I said, if you haven't been picking up the single issues, I would definitely get this when the trade comes out because it so is good. Just amazing. And I'll see if I can't find now.
Is it Daniel Acuna doing the art, and the art is beautiful.
Yeah, it's just
God, it's so good.
Yep. And good old Cap.
Yeah, old man Cap is the best. Because he's basically the same as young man Cap. He's just old. It's much like those stories where like Superman is like, I don't have my powers anymore, but I still got to fight Superman level threats.
Right.
Because I'm Superman.
Which is the only time I've liked Superman.
Yeah. And this is very similar.
So anyway, I have 3 books so far that's on my list to be book of the year. it's probably going to be.
That's up there. Yeah,
It's
really good.
it's going to take something to actually beat that, I think, because when the trade comes out, I'll probably sit down and read.
Yeah,
the whole
I'm
thing
gonna
from beginning to
also sit down and read it again when the trade comes out.
So it's pretty amazing.
So, much like Straczynski's Thor, the best book where nothing happens.
Da, da, da. Ultimate Spider-Man number 5. We've now made it 5 issues of nothing happening.
Yep, nothing has happened. This issue, we meet Ultimate Otto Octavius.
We do.
He's just random IT guy.
And we learn how Harry becomes the Green Goblin.
Yep.
In the Ultimate Universe.
Yep.
He wasn't necessarily supposed to, but he did.
So this, one of the things I really liked about the original run of Ultimate Spider-Man was the deconstructed storytelling, where, like in the original 7-page Spider-Man story, Amazing Fantasy 15, we got a whole lot of backstory.
Right.
Uncle Ben died in those first 7 pages. In the original 6 issues of Ultimate Spider-Man, Uncle Ben didn't die till issue 5.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
we got to know Ben before the tragedy.
Right.
And the same sort of deconstructed storytelling that I loved about the original Ultimate Spider-Man is what's happening in this one.
Yeah.
And if you're a person that really wants the story to hurry up and get to the next thing,
This isn't it.
this ain't it. No, absolutely not. But if you like the slow build and like getting to know the characters organically, because really, like, the slower the pace is on these, the more you get to know the characters, which I love. That's kind of my jam. And like Peter Parker is barely in this issue.
Well, yeah, it's all Harry. It's all Harry centric. It's basically how Harry became the Green Goblin and how all that is laid out. Because right now, I mean, Green Goblin in here is not a bad guy.
No,
he's not a villain at all. But I think the first story arc ends. Yeah, issue 6 ends the first story arc. So I'm assuming the first story arc is really going to be nothing happened. It's just all the setup for issue 7.
And like we get to know Ultimate Kingpin in this.
My leg.
And he is Ultimate Kingpin is very similar to regular Kingpin, but kind of a little terrifying.
Yeah, I would say he's a little bit.
They did a good job of like setting him up as like this very scary, like figure. Anyway, I will say that the internet, which hates everything, seems to be loving Ultimate Spider-Man
for now.
We'll see. I'm interested after yet another issue where nothing really happens to see if
people still believe,
if people are still like, oh my god, it's so good, or if they're going to be like, robble.
So true.
Stealing hamburgers. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Sure.
I expect the entirety of the Spider-Man subreddit to steal hamburgers this week.
That would make sense.
We'll wait on those just because we're going to do a speed round of these because these are all endings of series.
Right.
So I haven't read this. I don't think Tommy's read it either.
I have not. That was last week.
This was last week?
That was last week.
Never mind. We're moving on.
Blood Hunt came out last week. We still have...
Really?
Yeah.
Hey.
We still have Red Band.
We have Red Band Blood Hunt number 2. If you're looking for them, we still have them. Man, I really thought it was this week.
Nope, it was last week.
Huh.
Yeah.
How about that?
Weird.
Hey, I was in Vegas. What do I know?
That's true. Did you see anything crazy while you were in Vegas? I know that one Tuesday you were supposed to go out wandering around, not stopping because you'll get a ticket. But
yeah, so we did. So we walked. We left Mandalay Bay. We walked halfway down the strip.
Okay.
Once we figured out how to get out of the Mandalay Bay. Like once again, like I said last week,
you're not allowed to leave the hotel.
Yeah, they don't really like you leaving the place because they want you gambling and all that stuff. So you have to kind of work your way through the whole thing. So that was a thing. But then we walked halfway down the strip. The one thing that I noticed that seemed to be different this time than years ago is like some of the showgirls was out there, but this time they seem to be very pushy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, come see my show and like trying to get up on you. And I'm like, you know what? You better just get away. Like I don't like just go somewhere else. Like that seemed
Okay.
that seemed more weird because last time they were just out there handing out stuff and they didn't want you really near them other than taking. But
Got it.
but these girls seem to be wanting to get close.
Well, I
Like,
wonder because like clearly what we're seeing now in like movie theaters is that like apparently no one's going to the movie theaters.
Yeah, obviously.
And I wonder if the same thing is happening to their shows.
It could be. It could be. And they're
So
tagged it now as
they're
to be
being
very
more
pushy.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it was really weird. And I'm like, I don't need you near me. Please go
So
away.
true.
Yeah.
like stop. Like pretty feathers, go away.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No, yeah. So that was different this time.
Mhm.
But I didn't see anything since we were out there at night. I didn't really see anything. So crazy per se. The strangest thing is you can have open container anywhere in Vegas.
Really?
Like there's just places you just go get a beer, you just pop a container and you just walk down the main street. Like everyone's walking around, no bags, nothing like this with
Just-
a beer.
Oh.
Just walking down the strip.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, that's odd. I mean, I guess it's Vegas, so it's not odd, but
Yeah, I guess if
being
you're
from Virginia, you don't normally see that kind of.
if you wander around drunk, you might stumble into a casino and then suddenly lose your entire like every dime you ever
Sure,
had.
why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that
get
seems like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get
But
that.
that was an odd thing to kind of see. And we walked through a few more of the casinos. We took some pictures, like when you go like New York, and all that stuff. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a casino.
Yeah.
And since I have never gambled, like ever, like zero, not in casino. Like I bought a comic shop, so we'll take that for whatever it's worth. But if you want to call that
Is it really gambling if you know up front you're going to lose all your
yeah,
money?
well, that's why I was saying it. Like it doesn't really like necessarily mean that I was gambling. It was just, is this a gamble buying this place? No, sir. You're going to lose your shirt. All right, then I'm in. One more bad decision, people. Let's do it. I'm all in. Yay. Yay me. I'm soon going to make this someone else's problem. Tommy and Tess.
Yay!
Yay.
I'm so excited.
I've also learned today it does not take much to make Tess happy.
It doesn't.
Take that for what you will.
I'm
Also,
very easily entertained.
yeah, it's like I'm not going to expound upon that yet, but I'm just saying that I actually saw Tess get giddy today. So anyway, that will come at a later date. Spider Boy number 7.
He's a boy and also a spider.
And there's that. So we'll move on there.
I almost killed Tess.
The reason we're bringing this up is because this book has just been stupid fun by Dan Slott. All the issues leading up to this finally pays off in this one single issue. So every character you see on here, he basically met like the first 4 issues when it was just like two stories per issue. But then it all basically pays off in this one story.
The only character missing, Santa Claus.
No.
It's true. But Santa Claus did not show up. But we did get the little super adaptoid.
Oh,
He showed back up. So, yeah, that was
so cute.
He shows up at Avengers Mansion and he goes, I want to be an Avenger.
Aw,
So it was adorable.
that is super
So,
cute.
Yeah. So actually, the trade's going to be interesting because it's going to be 7 issues, I'm assuming, because this is the first arc.
Yeah.
So
It's in my stack. I haven't read it yet.
it's a lot of fun. All the heroes try to save Spider-Boy.
Yeah.
Next is Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. This is number 15.
This is the end of the end of the world.
So this is the end of the world, which is once again why we're bringing it up. So once again, this is a post-apocalyptic story that basically ends post-apocalyptically. But I enjoyed it. Like Yeah, this is okay. I thought that's right. Yeah, this is Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron writing his post-apocalyptic story, and I enjoyed every issue of it. It is probably one of the few books that I read as soon as I got home with the book. So it was just a lot of fun. It's probably going to play out a lot different in one big volume.
Yeah,
so
I read the first issue and I was like, man, this is really good, and
Yeah.
then I just didn't read the rest. So I'm looking forward to reading it all in one chunk.
so it's actually really good.
And like it's 15 issues, and every 5 issues there's a time jump, correct?
Yeah.
So
Well, once you get to like issue 10, they did another time jump at issue 10. Yes.
okay, yeah, every 5 issues there's a
had to
time
think
jump.
about it. Yeah, I had to think
Because
about it first.
it's post-apocalyptic, and I remember the first issue that I read, they were young, they were like teenagers.
Yeah, they were teenagers.
And in this last issue, they're old.
Yes. The end of life.
Yeah.
And then it's issue 5 of Pine and Merrimack, which Pine and Merrimack is not the name of the characters. It is the name of the streets that their detective agency is on. So just to get that out of the way, spoiler alert. But so this has really been about, the first issue kind of starts off, someone comes to them about their daughter being missing. And they're like, okay. They don't really like doing cases like that because of reasons. But they decide to look into it, and because the police doesn't really want to help them, but there's some kind of shadow society that has to do with governors and politicians and policemen that they kind of get entrapped in. But it's actually a really good 5-issue detective story. There is a little bit of a supernatural twang to it at the end that it's kind of throughout the whole book, but the whole time you're sitting there going, man, these people are just crazy. Well, they were, but it was actually, if you like a good detective story, this is actually a really good, just private eye detective story. Did you read any? I don't know if you read
I read
any
the
of
first issue, and again, it was one of those things where like a lot of Boom, I read the first issue and I'm like, oh, this is really good. I'll wait till it's done.
Yeah.
And then I'll read it.
So, yep. So we're done here. So this is we're done with Arc 1. I imagine that we're going to come back. Maybe, maybe not. Hey, it slid. And once again, I'm bringing this up because it's the final issue. Yep. Power Rangers: The Return, number 4. It's the final issue written by Amy Jo Johnson. And basically, she's wrote a story that is with the original Rangers. That's probably, let's see, they were supposed to be teenagers in the original show. So they're probably in their late 30s.
Okay.
Now is that kind of far in advance. And so it actually ended up, this has actually been one of my favorite Power Ranger stories in a while, honestly, the way it was told and everything. So, but it deals with basically the original, I guess, 6 Rangers when you include Tommy. So, and we still deal with Trini. So, because, that's a whole, But I will say, in every time that they've done a really good job, I think, in any of the Power Ranger stuff. That anytime we got the original team, they've given Trini a really good send off.
That's good.
Yeah, like in here, like she was the mayor of the town. Like she was this great, and then just life happens. She died, but so they've done a really good job on all of that with these. So this was really good, also. So there was a whole bunch of that.
Well,
Mike Omi did another. Book.
This was on my next up to be read, and I just did not get to it today.
Yep, this was just on top. But if you like Mike Omi and you like his animal stuff, then he's got a new animal book.
Yeah, it really feels like Mice Templar, but it's a raccoon.
Good old Mice Templar.
I loved Mice Templar,
and I think that's out of print too.
A lot of it is, yeah.
Yeah, which is a real shame.
Agreed.
That they need to put back. Somebody needs to put Mice Templar back in print. Come on, Dark Horse. Dark Horse needs to put Mice Templar back. Didn't it came up, or did it?
I think it was Image.
God, was it Image?
I think it was Image.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Me either.
That was more than a week ago.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time since Mice Templar.
Yeah,
because we had Mice Templar and Mouse Guard coming out at the same time, and
it was a good time for people that liked mice with swords.
It was
the good old days.
Yeah. the mice. Can't wait till we do that 90s show.
Yeah, me too.
That's going to be really good. So that was any trades or anything that came out? God, there was no DC books in that list either, was it?
There wasn't really a lot of exciting things from DC.
Well, this is a fifth week. So this was a fifth week for DC.
Right,
so
right.
DC didn't really ship anything this week.
Yeah, there really wasn't much from
They
DC.
counted as a fifth week.
Like I had planned to read Harley Quinn and then I didn't. I don't really have a. Ooh, this was good. So if you're a fan of skateboarding,
Did you read it?
I did. This is a book about skaters in the 80s. Like it is super like right in my wheelhouse. I loved it. It's Rick Remender and Brian Posehn. I don't know if you're familiar with Brian Posehn. He is a stand-up comedian. He did a run of Deadpool, where Deadpool had to fight dead presidents or something. For those of you who are into skateboarding, he was in the perfect skateboarding movie, Grind, as the guy who blew up the bathroom at the Chili and such. Throwing that out there.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway, book is fun. It's a lot of fun. If you're into skate culture at all, it's really good. I really enjoyed it.
So yeah. Here, I'm gonna throw these back over here.
Yeah, most of this stack is stuff from like the last month or so that I just haven't gotten around to reading yet.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm way behind on everything.
I actually read books this week, so I even read stuff from the last couple of weeks. So that's a shot. I know, right? I am so proud of myself. Well, let's be fair. So I got home from Vegas on Friday morning at 6:30 a.m.
I fell into a coma.
And then I got out of the bed on Friday and Saturday long enough to eat. Sunday, I got out of bed long enough to cut grass and eat.
Mm.
And then yesterday, I got out of bed long enough to come up here and eat. And then I barely made it out of bed today to go to work, but that seemed like a thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight when I go home and pass out, I got to get up at 8 or 7:45 to go get my blood drawn by those vampires at the Minute Clinic.
Don't say blah,
So
blah, blah.
Hopefully they can figure out what shall be wrong with me.
I have a list somewhere.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a different list than that. I don't. Yours and Tessa's list is much different than what this blood test is going to be. Like
no.
I already know. I already know most of what's on my list from y'all. What's wrong with me? So we'll see. Yeah, it's fine. I got it. I know my lot in life. I know where I'm from.
My God.
Just saying. I
No,
know.
it's good. It's good. You're self-aware.
I am. If there's nothing else, I am
You are
purely
self-aware.
self-aware. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
And you know what the best thing about that is? People think they can insult you. Like, wow, dude, I grew up in Georgia where I learned how to hate everyone. You can't. You can't insult me. Like, you just can't.
I wonder sometimes if the entirety of Reddit grew up in Georgia.
There's a chance.
Probably.
Based on the amount of things that they hate.
It's a chance. Yeah. It is. There's classes, obviously,
Yeah.
of how to hate.
How to
Because
hate.
yeah, that's let me tell you.
I mean, there are whole schools dedicated to it, right?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, the entire state of Florida.
Yeah, literally.
You have to fight alligators.
Mhm.
You get big like containers of haterade
Haterade.
just dumped right on you.
Yup.
Rachel, let me explain a big misconception of me.
Rachel says,
I
I
know.
know that someone says that Philip needs blood work
Yeah.
after Vegas.
Yeah, let me explain.
Mhm.
When they put pictures next to like the people who do things like really bad and then the people who like follow the rules, most people think I'm on the side of really bad They are usually wrong.
So the most shocking thing to me, when Philip was in Vegas, was Tuesday when he was like, after we're done, I'm going to go walk the strip. And I was like, oh, you're going to leave the hotel? What?
So just so
I don't
you know,
understand.
just so you know that yes,
Like
when Tommy found out that I was leaving the hotel room,
we go to Comics Pro, and we've been to 3 of them now. And the farthest Philip has ever gone out of the hotel is in Pittsburgh, because there was a little park across the street, and it was February and like 75 degrees.
Yep.
So we walked across the street and we were like, this is a nice park. And Philip was like, yep, time to go back to the hotel.
Yep. Yeah. There's usually a big misconception
Yeah.
about my views, and it's usually my looks.
And like,
I usually look. Most people think I look mean, which is it's great for me because it keeps them away.
so like when we have been to like Baltimore, and he's like, I got a hotel room in the same building where they're having the con. And I was like, but it would be cheaper like a few blocks away. And he was like, but then I would have to go outside. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Like I like fresh air, but like I don't really I need to. Yeah. It's fine. Like I am. Yeah. So trust me. Yeah. Trust me. When I was saying earlier, when I was telling the showgirls to get away from me, they're trying. Hey, you need to go over there.
I
Like,
think
don't.
You went to Nando's with us, right? Last time
Yeah.
That's the farthest he's been. Like we walked like 4 blocks to go to like a chicken place with some friends. That's about it.
Do it for the chicken.
Yeah. I mean, that was
I
that
would
was
know about that.
Well, there were like 25 of us.
Yeah,
it was a lot of us. Yeah.
hey, but I did get to help a couple get their vehicle out of the road. I helped them jump their car.
That is true. You
I
did.
did. I did.
forgot about that.
I was very helpful on that trip.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. They I guess it was a lady that broke down in the middle of the road for some reason. I guess the car stalled, the battery was
The
dead.
other person was like, I don't know how to do
so I had to
this.
went over there and I jumped the car for him.
I love that.
Yeah.
I
I
love that.
actually helped.
Yeah, the other guy was like, I have jumper cables, but how do they jumper?
Yeah. Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, I was helpful. I was helpful on that trip.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't go too far. My
What would
idea
you?
my
What would
idea is
you?
not really like the group of people we were at Baltimore, like I knew every one of them, so it was a completely different
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it was
But,
all
like,
friends. Yeah.
but like just going out and just hanging out with people I do not know, like
No.
is not
I would
my
rather die.
especially if
Even going out with people I know.
Man, I'm the opposite. Like when we were in Pittsburgh this year for Comics Pro, Phil was like, well, it's 8:00. Time to go to the room. And I was like, but there's people doing stuff. And he was like, no.
good for you. Good for you, Tommy. Yeah, good for you. So happy for you. As Tess would say. So happy.
I'm so happy. For
I
you.
made a new friend at Comics Pro.
I think you made a few new friends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
yeah, I was all right. I've got enough friends.
That is so true.
I got enough friends. I even like a few of them.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me.
that's fair.
Yeah. This is the way it is.
Oh my god.
So anyway, we're going to talk After Dark really quick.
Woo!
So we actually have a tentative schedule for our first After Dark, which is going to be June the 21st, which is a Friday at 9:30 p.m.
That's
Yep.
late.
It is late, but
I'm going to guess by the end of this, Tess is going to be curled up somewhere asleep. Probably with one of the dogs.
I'm gonna find Watson
but
and just like
but we will be talking about some artists that do risque type art, and we've got a few books that we're going to talk about that is on the mature NC-17 side of things, manga and not, and who knows what else we'll talk about. But you will see us post more about that later. But it will be 18 plus.
Yep.
So
We're gonna say the bad words. Maybe
Hey.
even show the weaponized female nipple.
from the comics.
Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, that is. Didn't think that through.
Yeah,
Yes.
All right. There's a setting on YouTube that makes it where you have to be 18 plus to even see. So all that will be set up. Yeah. Tommy will not be going shirtless. It's fine.
No, not this time.
Oh my god.
We'll see how it goes.
But anyway, so we're going to do that so we can talk about some of the more mature books and actually the artists that came through that is currently working and in past generations for the underground stuff. Because in this show, it's really hard to talk about the underground comics, mainly because of what they entailed.
Yeah.
And there was a large female contingent during the
Mhm.
underground stuff. But once again, you can't really talk about it on a standard show and give it justice like you could. But man, there would be a lot of censoring and things like that.
Yeah.
And we kind of want to get into another whole aspect of this world, and not
Mhm.
just comics, but anything on that. Because like Milo Manera is not necessarily purely comics. He does all kind of stuff.
Right.
But like I have a bunch of his sketchbooks and stuff, and we'll be talking about what he does and all that stuff. But right now it's going to be June 21st, Friday at 9:30 p.m. start time. And then we will take it from there. We hope to do it monthly, but we'll ask y'all. And then we'll go from there. But we may enjoy it so much it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're just going to do it every
It's
month.
like,
anyway.
how blue should we get? We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, y'all may sit there and go, well, that was lame. Well,
Wow.
wait to episode 2 then. You asked
Bondage
for it.
fairies.
There,
Please.
we have a box.
Yeah, it's in storage right
It's
now.
in storage, but we
Between
can,
now and then, I should have it back over
yeah,
here.
we can go into like, wow, like
Ramba?
yeah, Ramba, and so there's a ton of stuff that was big at the time.
Yeah.
We're talking the 80s,
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
I think Xenophile was 89 or
89.
90.
Yeah, we can show some
Um,
Xenophile cards.
Yep.
You
Phil-
have original art,
I do.
so you have original
I
art.
do have some
Yeah.
original art. Like not just original art, but like some anyway.
Yeah.
It's I have the art that was used for the card.
Right.
And then I have the art that was too risque to use for
for
the
the
card
card, right?
that I inherited from Frank when he passed.
And so it's gonna be stuff like that. Like it's, I mean, you know, we're once again, we're not doing a show just to do a show, even though it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But we are going to keep it somewhat there. But you know, like today we started talking about Beauty and the Beast. Who knows? Who knows where it's gonna go? If y'all were here for the pre-show, our pre-shows are fairly entertaining.
Yeah.
The show before the show.
Oh my god.
So anyway, and then I guess we gotta. Tommy brought it up last week, so we got to start talking about the fall festival in September.
Yep.
So that's coming up, and I'm sure there'll be other changes coming along in the next few months that we'll talk about coming up.
Yep.
Just saying, like the talk show.
You need a pen so you can John
I
Stewart
do.
just
I need to
scribble all over it.
do this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to have to start doing that. Get loose paper and just start slamming around and like. I like throwing stuff. I do like throwing books at tests.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
It is a lot of fun. That is the most entertaining thing that I do.
I like throwing bricks.
Yeah, it's a little
At
different.
tests?
We'll see.
That's it.
Oh no.
So, and I will say, I want to explain, like we had to explain to Gregory today, like After Dark for us is like blue material, not like bad things dark.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
That had to be
Yeah.
explained today. So I want to explain to everyone here, we're literally talking like blue material type stuff for comics and art and other medium.
Yeah.
Not, it will still be very lighthearted and very entertaining. We should be laughing.
Yeah. Like, God.
No, just leave it. Just leave it.
Okay.
Yeah, just saying that dark means like we'll have to make a logo with like, you know, the moon and stars after dark.
Yeah. A
Not
werewolf in the corner.
yeah, not like a knife with blood. It's
In
not
my head, I just saw a butt with like stars
Sure.
tattooed.
100%. Yeah,
We can
100%.
use the peach
The moon and
emoji.
stars.
Yeah. 100%.
Please.
We've got I guess one week we're going to break out and talk about all the social media stuff that we've got going on because it's
Mm.
we've got a lot, and Tess is doing a lot of investigating for
And
us.
we are probably going to have significant uptick in that stuff in the next
Yeah.
6 months or so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would imagine by the time September rolls around, you're going to be
Mhm.
seeing a lot of Tommy, Tess, and I.
Yeah,
Yay!
that is the hope.
We're going to be all over the YouTubes. We'll be twitching.
Yeah. Earlier today, what were we talking about?
We're going to do movies.
The chat thing.
Oh,
Discord?
Discord. Yes. Oh my God, I forgot the word
Yeah.
for Discord.
we'll be Discording. We'll be twitching. We've got a lot of stuff planned,
I'm
and
already
a lot of
twitching.
it is Well,
Right.
that's a different tick. We've got a lot of things planned, and a lot of stuff will be rolling out in September. A lot of different stuff will be
Yeah.
rolling out in September. We're going to be your new season,
Yes. Yes.
and we've got names for half of it. One of them is just going to be called Tessaboo, the Tessaboo Hour.
Okay, I could do it. It's just me crying for an hour.
It's gonna be her. It's gonna be like a what was that PBS thing where the guy's sitting in like a comfy chair with a pipe, except it'll be like a pipe that you blow bubbles out of.
Please, please.
Yeah. Tess, for the fourth week in a row, we cannot talk Heartstoppers.
I like to talk about my dog.
Okay, sorry. Pick a different
Well,
book.
we could have an episode where we just bring all the dogs.
Can we?
The chaos
The
episode.
chaos episode.
I would love that.
Archie would be ecstatic.
And Watson could care less. He's going to be over there somewhere as Lena Chuzo.
Rosie will just look at all of the other dogs with disdain.
I'll bring my parents' dog. She's like 15 years old, but will herd all of them. So
See,
it'll be perfect.
Rosie's like 13 years old, and she just hates everyone and everything.
I love that.
This morning, Rosie
Jesus.
was asleep on the sofa, and Archie was next to her. And I don't know if he wagged his tail or twitched or what, but the next thing I know, she's like, "Blah, blah, blah,"
Oh,
and
great.
like trying to eat his face.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And he was just like, "What did I do?" Really funny, but he was not happy. He like leapt off the sofa. Oh, God.
So anyway, we have lots of ideas. You'll probably be seeing lots of social media coming out. The YouTube channel will still be the same, but different. It will be, we'll tell you more about that later too.
There's lots of stuff happening.
Yeah, there's lots of
Yeah.
stuff that's in motion right now with us, with the three of us going through this that we've got planned, and everything should come to fruition by the 1st of September. So anyway, that is it for this week. We're
That
already
is.
3 minutes late, and Tess is yet to yell at us. So
Man.
we're going to try to go now.
Like when we started, I was like, "How are we going to fill 45 minutes?" We're both so tired.
So anyway, once again, everybody, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. And as always, if you have questions or have things you would like for us to talk about, just let us know and send it our way. We'll talk to you later. Bye. And we're going to end the stream.